Yeah, but it's true that I want to go in and get my eyes tested, like my vision and stuff. That would be except for
I don't think you have to pay for a
I didn't go back and ask her. I didn't because Chico was going in there, and I went and talked to him. He said, yeah, no, it's something like that.
maybe for the exam, but I don't think that's pretty sure. You got yours like
After no. Yeah, because like some of the street signs, I used to like after the operations, like after I was able to see like this, and now it's just see the sign after they move it. So every time I'm driving, you'll see the streets and stuff. Exactly. Yeah, and that's what I noticed. And then as long as there's something like background, like on TV. They have restrictions on water. As long as the background is white, I can see it. I see it. I can see
On behalf of the Board of Trustees of the California State University and California State University Chico faculty, staff, and administrators, it is a great pleasure and honor to welcome you to our 23rd annual commencement ceremony for master's graduates. Well, you already told me what my next line is, and that was, graduates, are you in a celebratory mood? And I really hope that you are proud of yourselves. By completing your master's degree, you are joining a small and distinguished group who exhibited the grit, the determination, the energy, the drive, and the dedication to truly achieve an exceptional goal. In pursuit of your degree, you made considerable sacrifices of family, free time, and finances as you read, researched, experimented, and wrote. As you developed innovative ideas and cutting-edge technologies, and as you served the community in roles that fostered the public good. This is why we are celebrating you. This is why your family, friends, faculty, mentors, campus leaders are gathered here to honor you and to show how proud we are of your educational achievements and how thankful we are for your contributions that you have made to your field and to Chico State. You have every reason to feel an immense sense of accomplishment. Completing a master's degree is an outstanding achievement. Join me in a round of applause. You have earned it. Celebrating those who have supported and guided you along the way, your families, friends, and faculty mentors. Part of this ceremony is dedicated to them, including those who are not able to travel here tonight because of distance, expense, and travel restrictions. Let's also give them a round of applause. Joining in this celebration today are members of the Platform Party composed of esteemed campus administrators and staff and honored faculty and students. Will the individuals in the Platform Party please stand when I call your names? Student Affairs. Ms. Brooke Banks, Chief of Staff for the President's Office. Mr. Ahmed Bora, Vice President for University Advancement. Dr. Sharon Barrios, Interim Dean of Graduate Studies. Dr. Eddie Vela, Dean of the College of Behavioral Sciences. Dr. Patrick Newell, Dean of the Merriam Library. Dr. Sarah Trechter, Professor in English and this afternoon's student leader. Mr. Kevin Click, Master's Student in Psychology and our student speaker. Ms. Erin Forward, who is representing the Staff Council Chair. Dr. Ramesh Varamuti, Professor of Mechanical and Mechatronics Engineering. He is putting his daughter this evening. And one more, Dr. Laird Easton, History Professor. He is also putting his daughter. And now I would like to ask the faculty members who are seated behind me to please stand. Thank you all for devoting so much time and attention in guiding, encouraging, and yes, prodding our students to succeed. Your efforts on behalf of our students are greatly and deeply appreciated. Let's go ahead and give them one more round of applause. Thank you, professors. Please be seated. I am now very Barrios, the Interim Dean of Graduate Studies, who will begin our program.
Thank you, Provost Larson, and thank you to President Hutchinson, Vice President, Vice Provosts, and Deans. We are honored that you joined us in this celebration of our graduating master's students, and we greatly appreciate your support for graduate education. We are also grateful for the support you offer our dedicated faculty. They are the heart and soul of graduate education. They excel in teaching, mentoring, and upholding the aspirations of their students. They bring extraordinary leadership to building and maintaining outstanding graduate programs. In recognition of these efforts, each year faculty and staff select one of these outstanding professors to serve as our honorary marshal. This year, we have selected Professor Neil Schwartz from the Department of Psychology. To his students, Dr. Schwartz is a mentor without match, as one of them said. And why do they say this? Because in his 31 years as a professor at Chico State, which included stints as a senior research fellow with NASA's Classroom of the Future and visiting professor at University of New South Wales in Australia, he has mentored hundreds of graduate students to notable success. He's developed programs that have offered students exciting educational opportunities. His Learning, Cognition, and Instruction Research Lab has turned students into top-notch researchers. His International Graduate Research Exchange offered students apprenticeships in France, Germany, Italy, Australia, and Cyprus. And his large grant-funded dual master's degree program, ICV, allowed Chico students to study with an international cohort at universities in France and Germany. As one of his students noted, to work with Dr. Schwartz is to be given a chance to succeed in ways we never imagined. He is an exceptional mentor, but even more than that, he is an outstanding collaborator. His success is our success, and vice versa. Indeed, his efforts to support his students' aspirations, particularly through collaborative research projects, have resulted in outstanding student achievements. He and his students have presented their work regularly at national and international conferences. Together, they have published close to 100 papers since 2001. And nearly 90% of his students have gone on to PhD programs. And the rest have found successful careers outside of academia. His students attribute their success under his tutelage to his passion for student learning, his high expectations, and his exceptional skills as an instructor. To his students, he is a mentor without match because his primary focus is, as they say, on promoting the development and success of his students. Dr. Schwartz, please stand so we can thank you. To uplifting and guiding the aspirations of your students and exemplifying the teacher-scholar model through your own exceptional research and teaching. Audience, please join me one more time in an enthusiastic round of applause in appreciation of the magnificent... to introduce this year's student speaker, Kevin Click, Master's Graduate in Psychological Sciences. Kevin was nominated by his professors based on his excellent academic achievements in research, teaching, and communications. For example, Kevin has co-published a journal article on undergraduate student success, co-authored a white paper exploring where Generation X college students get their news, presented his work at numerous academic conferences, placed first in our student research competition, and went on to compete at the statewide competition. Kevin has also served as a teaching associate in statistic classes and a research lab coordinator. As one of his mentor professors says, it so happens these are the words of Dr. Neil Schwartz, I hired him to coordinate the lab because of his expertise in statistics, his organizational skills, and the acumen and grace when he deals with others, graduate and undergraduate students as well as faculty. He is unbelievably skilled in the analysis of data and the use of SPSS. Perhaps most importantly, Kevin is an approachable communicator with uncanny quantitative skills. People trust him and seek him out for help. Dr. Schwartz goes on to say, Kevin is brilliant, articulate, and poised. He is an absolute joy. Clearly, Kevin Click is an outstanding student who represents well the best qualities of our graduate students. Please help me welcome Kevin to the podium.
Thank you very much, Dr. Barres, for such a kind introduction, and Dr. Schwartz for such kind words. Good afternoon, faculty, guests, and fellow graduates. It's an incredible honor to be with you today. We've arrived at the end of an academic journey where we've been pushed to grow, confronted impenetrable obstacles, done exhausting amounts of work, and found inspiration, accomplishment, and perhaps most importantly, a sense of what we're capable of. So allow me to offer you congratulations on your monumental achievement. I don't know about you, but tonight I'm going to get the first full night of sleep since I started my program. I've reached this day thanks to the support of many who deserve my thanks for their significant contributions. These have been friends, family, and instructors and mentors such as Dr. Klein, Dr. Wong, Dr. Vincent, and of course Dr. Schwartz, who is honored here today. Above all, I made it here with the support of my son, Dresden, who's nearly 12 now, and my fiancée, Hannah, who's pursuing her own master's degree here at Chico. As graduates, we've reached this end to find dozens of possible new directions spread out in front of us. This is obviously a time for thankfulness and celebration, but I know that there may also be substantial anxiety as to what comes next. We may be afraid that we're not truly qualified for the places that we're headed. Perhaps we worry we're headed to a place where we'll lose momentum, become derailed, or lose our vision. Or perhaps we're simply not sure which direction to go. It's this uncertainty which provokes my own anxiety, believe it or not. I want to encourage you by saying that I've found that these unpleasant moments often contain rich opportunity. I'd like to tell you 3 stories I think illustrate how success can come at unexpected times, often in the midst of great uncertainty or even in the aftermath of failure. I started my own undergraduate degree twice without finishing, and about 5 years ago I found myself in a bad situation. I was recently divorced and I had a son to support. I moved back in with my parents, which is never good, and about a year later I was laid off from my job. I spent 6 months unsuccessfully looking for a new one. Things were not going exactly how I planned. My best friend, who's here today, and his dad encouraged me to go back to school. This will be hard, but worth it, they said. Hard is an understatement, I thought. I found it hard to imagine that college was the solution. It seemed too difficult and too unattainable to be a real opportunity. But it turned out that I loved being in school and I loved learning. I loved the sense of using my intellect to teach myself, to teach others, and to learn in the company of others. But learning to be open to seeing difficult situations as opportunities was the most critical lesson for me, not just when I entered school, but ever since. This brings me to my second story. During my final semester at community college, I had only one major hurdle to complete: experimental psychology. I had no idea what this course was, and I didn't really want to take it. I had a full load already. Turns out that it was a research methods course, so my trepidation was obviously well warranted. To make things worse, we were assigned to groups for a project. Now, I'm not usually a fan of group projects, but this time my group included a smart, funny, beautiful, and charming woman. We'll be getting married in July. So far, this class is pretty good. We were also assigned to design and conduct an independent experimental research project. I started collecting data and something unexpected happened. It was incredibly exciting. I obsessively watched my response count grow. I could not wait to do a statistical analysis. In short, I was hooked. In fact, this was the single most thrilling piece of work I had ever done. I'm pretty sure I was the only person in the class who felt that way. But I found myself wondering, how can I make a living doing research? It turns out the answer was spend 10 years in college. I should have felt overwhelmed by this, but instead I felt invigorated. Dropbox founder Jonny Easton says that people who truly love their work act like dogs chasing a tennis ball. Their eyes go a little crazy, the leash snaps and they go bounding off, plowing through anything that gets in their way. Well, clearly I had found my tennis ball, but it turns out that research wasn't the only one, because as my final story illustrates, another unplanned and even resisted opportunity redirected my life again. To complete my bachelor's degree, I needed to take a statistics course. Now, I had already taken 2 statistics courses, and I certainly didn't want to take a third. But I was led to understand that I had no choice. So I took the course from Dr. Winsent, and it turns out I found it remarkably fun. In fact, I regretted ever trying to avoid it. I was later invited by Dr. Winsent to take a position teaching the statistics lab with him. Now, I knew that researchers usually have to teach to make a living, but I was pretty convinced that I would not enjoy teaching, and I took the job anyway. The unexpectedly rewarding course that I had tried to avoid led directly to the unexpected opportunity of training for a job I didn't want to do. At this point, though, you probably won't be surprised to learn that I absolutely loved teaching. In fact, I found that research and teaching was something I loved so much, I moved to Antarctica to do it. Now, my son and fiance would probably prefer that we didn't do that, but I'd be perfectly willing to do so. These stories illustrate something that I wish for my son to know as he looks toward his own future. I want him to look with open-mindedness and approach challenges with courage, to not fear or be too narrowly focused, to notice opportunity when it presents itself. Indeed, remaining open to the possibility that we can discover things we love, things that we're good at, and things that are worth doing is my wish for us all. I hope that you and I can recognize that the master's degree we receive today is a testament to our courage, skill, acumen, determination, and perseverance, characteristics that will serve us well in those pursuits. I hope that we understand that not every step on our way has to go as planned, because sometimes the best opportunities arise when we least expect them. Together we've discovered what we can do, and we have discovered what we want to do, and I very much look forward to finding out what we can want to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin, for those moving and encouraging words. It was an excellent speech. You're an inspiration to us all. It's now my great honor to introduce the president of our university, Dr. Gail Hutchinson. In her years here at Chico State, first as faculty, then chair, then dean, and now returned as our president, President Hutchinson has shown consistent support for our graduate education and students. Please know that we appreciate you and all that you do to welcome, embrace, engage, and encourage all of our students. Thank you. Now, President Hutchinson, on behalf of the faculty of California State University, Chico, I'm honored to present the candidates for the master's degree. I invite you to address the candidates.
Good evening. Before I begin, it is my honor to acknowledge the Mechuta and Maidu Native peoples upon whose ancestral land this outstanding university sits. Families, friends, alumni, distinguished guests, good evening and welcome to the Masters Commencement 2018. Candidates, we're here to celebrate you and all that you have achieved over the course of your studies. Many of you have dreamed of this moment for a long time. And candidates, I'm not just referring to you, but I'm referring to your families, your friends, significant others, aunts, uncles, grandparents, and family members and friends who also have made sacrifices to help you achieve your goals towards your master's degree. Today is a proud moment for you. Today is a proud moment for your families and friends. Today is a proud moment for all of us. Candidates, we're not conferring the degree just yet, but I am going to take a moment of executive privilege and say that we do not want to forget our faculty, our staff, our classmates, our family and friends who have supported you through this time. And although we have acknowledged them with applause, we've got to do it right. So candidates, I ask you, with the most enthusiasm that you can gather at the moment, to stand and thank your faculty, your staff, your families, your friends. Well done. Now, I am reminded of a quote attributed to former First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt. The future belongs to those who believe in their dreams. Shortly, the master's degree will be conferred upon each and every one of you. And as you walk the stage to receive your master's hood, savor the moment. Savor the moment. Later, take time to appreciate your unbridled passion for education and lifelong learning. And take time to reflect upon and celebrate this milestone in your life, setting out and realizing your dream. I also ask you to make time and take pride in this accomplishment, known by joining us as we rally with all of our elected officials for continued financial support of the California State University. As you have benefited from a premier education here, help us ensure the access for future Wildcats. Candidates, you are the reason we're here. You are the reason we are educators. Together, we are confident that you will join a long line of Chico State alumni who are reimagining our world, building a future that's more just, sustainable, compassionate, and bountiful than the world we know today. Over the years to come and well into the future, we will observe your accomplishments with pride and with gratitude. On behalf of the faculty and the staff of Chico State, I offer you the heartiest of congratulations. Will the candidates please rise? Candidates, by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of the California State University, I confer upon each of you the master's degree appropriate to the course of study you have pursued, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Please be seated. The candidates may begin to come forward when invited to do so by the marshal.
For the College of Behavioral and Social Sciences, the hooding will be done by Dean Eddie Villa. For social work, Brett DeLester Cornell. Aurelio Guzman, social work. Amanda Wilkins, social work. Caitlin Giddings, social work. Stacy Van Hang, social worker. Berta Alicia Ramos, social worker. Pampa Franco, social worker. Alejandra Ramos Hernandez, social worker. Angela Buckner, social worker. Alyssa LePage, social worker. Shua Lore, social worker. Ka social worker. Ellen Margaret Murphy, social worker. Tamara Jo Jordan, social worker. Tiffany Lee Tran, social worker. Vanessa Marie Nunez, social worker. Angelica Perez, social worker. Myra Alejandra Puga, social worker. Claudia Chavira, social worker. Marisa Lopez, social worker. Nick Sosby, social worker. Joshua Lee Wagner, social worker. Nicole Danielle Pang, social worker. Karina Williams, social worker. Gabrielle Flores, social worker. Jordan Awadaka, social worker. social work. Jennifer Michael Coates, social work. Katrina Lynn Sanchez, social work. Ashley Elizabeth Starr, social work. Kristen Gentry, social work. Tara Ames, social work. Andrew Salveson, social work. Bea Ward, social work. Cindy Ann Privet Cross. Patricia Kroll, social work. Pamela Jean Smith, social work. Michaela Alice Convert, social work. Nicholas Mendoza, social work. Jennifer Forehand, social work. Rebecca Tisdale Schwartz, social work. Tori Richardson, social work. Crystal Hutchinson, social work. Penelope Ann Mittag, social work. TJ Grundy, social work. Seta Maria Burton, social work. Leslie A. Ferreira, social work. Aurora Margarita Navarro, social work. Seibart, social work. Margaret Neve Johnson, social work. Erica Monique Jimenez, social work. Shannon Sweeney Walkley, social work. Sage Wolf, social work. Amy Bromelo, social work. Brianna Fisher Black, social work. Christy Marie Rude, social work. Carrie Little, social work. Juanita Lamatina, social work. Psychology will be hooded by her father, Professor Ramesh Vadahamurthy from the Mechanical and
Audience, please join me in congratulating the graduating class. Feel for you all today will only strengthen in the years to come. So good luck and with best wishes. Now, one final note, members of the audience, I would ask that you please remain seated until the platform party, the faculty, and graduates have filed out. Graduates, please remain seated until you've been invited to exit your row, and then proceed until you've exited the building so the line doesn't back up. It's happened before. And to all of you